Hello and welcome back to the Wizards Arena, my fellow Planeswalkers. And today we are starting Season 2 of Tech Your Deck. This season we're looking at commons and uncommons only. Some nice budget options for your decks if you're trying to do little upgrades for virtually no money. So we're going to do white today. And let's dive right in and see what we have. First up is Angelic Purge. This card, for 2 and a white, as an additional cost to cast it, you sack a permanent and exile an artifact, creature, or an enchantment. Gets around those indestructible gods, indestructible Eldrazi, or any of that craziness running around. And you can even use a land if you need to cast this by just sacking it. Really like it. It's in 0% of decks and it sets you back a big bed, 12 cents. You probably even find it cheaper than that. Next up, we got another removal card, Blessed Alliance. I really like this card. It's a white and the colorless for instant with escalation of paying 2 more. I like quite a few of these escalate cards. I like the white rare one also. This one, you choose 1 or more. Gain 4 life. Untap up to 2 creatures. That can be useful for blocking, battle tricks, political tactics, or target opponent has to sacrifice an attacking creature. Oh, you're coming at me with Uriel? Well, your big crazy commander that's going to do 30 damage is dead. Unless you got a counter spell. Oh wait, you don't play blue. Suck it. I really like this thing. It's 0% of decks again, and this will set you back about a quarter. 28 cents. Next up, what do we got? We got Clean Fall. What is this card? What are you talking about? This is pretty much white tranquility. For 2 and a white, sorcery, arcane, destroy all enchantments. It's exactly the same cost as the green one, tranquility. That's 2 in the green, sorcery. So that's sweet. So if you're playing in the meta that has lots of enchantments, there you go. Again, 0% of decks, 21 cents. Pay a quarter, get 4 cents back. Pretty sweet. Next up, we have Forsake the Worldly. I like this card a lot. It's 2 and a white instant. Exile an artifact or enchantment. So you can get rid of those indestructible gods again. Things like that. And you can cycle it for 2. If this is not the answer you need, then get rid of it. And draw a card. Pretty sweet. It's in about 2% of decks. I feel this is just a straight up better disenchant. You know, it's let you exile and cycle. Like, it's so much better. And it sets you back 26 cents. Next up, we have Cast Out. Oh, baby. I love this card, too. It's in about 3 and a white. You get an enchantment. It has flash. When it enters the battlefield, exile non-land permanent our opponent controls. Cycle for white. Okay, so what are we doing here? Basically, for 1 more mana, this is Banish and Light, Oblivion Ring. Except it's got flash for 1 more mana and cycling for only a white. So for that 1 extra mana, you're gonna have a bunch of upside. I really like it, you know. And it's only 13 cents for an uncommon, which is a super good deal. And it's only in 3% of decks. So I really like this card. Next up, we have Righteous Aura. Oh, baby. Now, normally circle protections I'm not a big fan of because it's so limited. But this circle, quote unquote circle protection, is a white and a colorless enchantment. Spend a white, pay 2 life. The next time a source of your choice deals damage to you, prevent that damage. Okay, I'm playing like life gain, or I got plenty of life. We have 40. Oh, freaking Uriel hits me for a truckload. I'll pay a white and 2 life, and oh, I'm just out 2 life. Sorry, don't care. This deck, this is just a great effect if you're playing against Voltron commanders like Xenagos, Bruna, to name just a few. I really like it. If you play in a meta where somebody just tried to do infinite combos, it's like infinite mana fireball, 1 white, paying 2 life. You can't kill me. You can kill everybody else, but not this guy. Again, 0% of decks, 17 cents. I really like the Visions art better than this, but oh well. Next up, what do we got? Spiritcarrion. Ooh, baby. 2 and a white enchantment. Whenever a player discards a card, you may pay a white. If you do, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. It sounds good. You know, there's a bunch of different strategies this is good against. There's a bunch of different strategies where you can build around this with cycling, madness, you know, there's just a lot of different options. I really like it. It's a cheap way to make 1/1 white flyers. Yeah, I'm a fan. And this will set you back 7 cents, and it's in 0% of decks. Next up, we got Open the Armory. Okay. It's a white and a colorless sorcery. Search your library for an ore and equipment. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. It's in about 7% of decks, and it's like 37 cents. I like this because it's an uncommon tutor you can run. And most tutors just cost a lot of money for white, like Enlightened Tutor and stuff. So, the reason it's so cheap on your wallet is it's a sorcery, and it costs 2. Next up, we got Blinding Light. I like this in certain decks. In mono white, it's a really good combat trick. For 2 and a white, as a sorcerer, you tap all non-white creatures. So if you're playing mono white, and you want to play combat tricks, you just tap their whole board down, swing at all the opponents that don't have blockers. And if you got some vigilance, you got some blockers to leave back. Only 0% run it, shockingly. And 14 cents. Oh baby, that's gonna break the wallet. I like this card a lot, especially in those mono white decks like mono white angel, white soldiers, white life gain. There's a lot of decks that this is good in. I think there's more that can run it. Next up, we have Illumination. 2 white. Interrupt, nowadays called Instance. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. That spell's caster gains an amount of life equal to the spell's casting cost. Don't know about you, but keeping certain enchantments off the board is really good. or artifacts. I mean, some of those effects can be used instantaneously, like, oh, well, in response to you destroying it, I'll just use Gave and with Divine Visitation, I'll make a bunch of angel tokens. Oh, well, this never... You don't get to have a Divine Visitation, gain 5 life. I'm fine with that. I'm a big fan of this card, too. It's one you don't see, because as you see here, 0% of decks. It's about 29 cents, so a little more than a quarter, but I like it a lot. And our bonus card for this session is Gifts of a Estate. We mentioned this in our first video way back. It's a white and a colorless. It's in about 1% of decks. $1.71. You get to go get 3 planes. They don't have to be basic, and you stick them in your hand. I can't say more about this. It's not a ramp card. Get you caught back up and back in the game. They need to make white ramp because everything they have says if you're behind, if you're behind, if you're behind. And this does not help that, but at least it gets you back in the game, given enough turns. My name's been Draymore with the Wizards Arena. This has been Tech Your Deck, Season 2, Episode 1. I hope you're liking this series. Please give a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do you like this season's idea? Let me know. And until next time, you guys have yourselves a great day.